Hello, beacons of light, and welcome to this fantastic transmission from the Angels of Atlantis, who bring a powerfully significant message about how our bodies are morphing as a consequence of the vast waves of cosmic progression ignited by the Intergalactic Council of Light, which has observed solar winds and astrological alignments that will inevitably bring sweeping changes within the evolutionary cycles of we humans. The angels suggest that we are morphing and moving from being a planetary species into being a galactic species. Now, many changes are to be anticipated in the establishments of each of our nations, for they're reaching a point of completion, not collapse. And so coherence becomes the new frontier, created by divine love and our own dint of purpose, as we allow divine resonance to direct rational thought. As usual, their message is one of love, hope, and wonder regarding how we may ride the waves of change. And finally, the angels are also speaking about the theme of life completion, or as we call it, death, sharing vital information about our own sacred transmission and transition back into spirit, and what rituals we can adhere to for the healing of grief or loss. And to boot, on Sunday, January the 25th, the angels truly want you to experience the amazing monthly communion of light and grace, when your universal questions about life can be answered specifically and directly by the angels through myself as their channeled emissary. So please see this as a crucial opportunity to be wrapped in the angels' wings of light, feeling their love and wisdom specifically helping you on your path and healing any challenges that you may be facing. And if for some reason you have not subscribed to this channel, please click subscribe and like right now and illustrate how you've been touched by the angels' transmissions. I can't express more deliciously how your presence in this is crucial, enabling the transmissions of the 12 angels to reach a much broader community. And for those of you who are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Stuart Pearce, and I've been working with the 12 Angels of Atlantis for nearly 40 years. So it's good to have you here. I'm now going to meditate, which means I'm going to close my eyes and breathe really deeply so that I may open up the chakras along my pranic cord. And then I'll go deep into my heart, which is where I hear the angels' voices. And they ask me to deliver this with eyes open, if I can, and to allow my voice and my eyes to focus the light of their specific transmission. So please meditate with me. Meditation, as we know, is absolutely crucial to this time. Greetings, beacons of light. We angels come to you, beloved souls, to transmit our loving pulsations of light from the center of will within the mind of the Divine Mother, Father, God, Source. This light force radiates, pulses, waves from beings of light whom we honor and love and serve, for they are known as the Intergalactic Council of Light. This council of great rainbow light is comprised of 12 ascended beings whom we overlight, for they are the most august, loving intelligence within the cosmos. And so we serve to honor their decree and to bring you waves of exquisite interstellar love. We say to you, waves of cosmic progression pour forth from the center of the solar deity, who is invested with a principle of light from source, which unifies the most crucial interstellar vibrations within your solar system, the center of which is regarded as the most sacred, the most holy, and the most venerated star, about which further detail will be given. Yet let it be known that in this time phase of the blue light is caressing you, blessing you, urging you to attend to a monumental threshold of becoming, a threshold that will assist you in the conceiving of the new vibrational field which you are slowly beginning to know as the new Earth. Mark the progression of these 3 solar lunar months. This we remind you of, for it is no location, this new Earth. It is a frequency that you may acquire and assimilate through octaves of resonance by releasing each aspect of your old programming that has restricted you, meaning those portions of you that are fearful, that are within loss, that feel separation, and rather turn to unconditional love, abundant gain, and unity consciousness, for these are the expression of your divine sovereignty, and the past measures are purely the expressions of you living in separation from Source. Please know that the multidimensional field of your planet is humming, vibrating, echoing with extraordinary songs of love that resonate through the fibers of light from within the blue wave that emerges from the center of the Pleiadian temples of divine intelligence, and which appears crystalline, for crystals exist as sound made form. Please know that within the songs lie exquisite harmonic codes that rise in crescendo, opening and then falling, to once again rise and then to open and then to fall again and again and again and again. For they move as incandescent waves that flow as a mirroring of infinity itself. These exquisite waves began their surge in your solar year of 2012. This was during the planets' precession of the equinoxes, and we ask you to be fully aware of that unique event. If for some reason you are unaware of its significance, so please, it will be difficult for you to move forward unless your consciousness rings with the beauty of knowing the 2012. For the core of your soul chose to incarnate on planet Earth to be a witness to that event and thenceforward, and therefore it is a threshold. Therefore you may, through its inspiration, instill and express the values derived from it, living and leaving and being within the becoming of its translucent rainbow light that lies within the world of living form. These exquisite waves have moved through you as an arc of transformation, this rainbow light that began forming itself during 2012, and this has alerted the consciousness of your peoples as a species of Earth life, moving you towards the force of recalibration and renaissance, whether they be conscious of it or no. This arc of cosmic intention will lead you through this year of 2026 so that you may be aware of initiating a new harmonic octave of vast cosmic force. And to appreciate this new harmonic octave, look to the heavens. Listen to the primary alignments of the movement of the spheres through the leading astrologers that are many at this time upon your planet. They are many, and they are aware of the constantly evolving initial awareness that will provide you with information, but information that is based on wonder and awe, knowing that you chose to incarnate as a witness to the creation of these planetary alignments. This harmonic octave will transcend the intellect, as a functioning system within your being, and therefore through sensory feeling experiences, you will effectively move into a balance between head and heart. For thus, we observe, you have been imbalanced by purely living in your head. And therefore, by the movement of balance, you will assist your race towards its crystalline template. This means that the integral cellular recalibration will be the foremost process that you will endure during this solar year, all the way through to 2032. And you will see that these first 3 lunar months of 2026 are the threshold to which we are referring. We ask you to heed our recommendation and to purify your bodies from the food and fluid stuffs, from the negative thoughts and feelings that are not nourishing you. And meditate, pray within your bodies, calm yourselves into stillness, and then know by feeling that we are with you. Indeed, you are, and will be surrounded by non-corporeal aid, both from the higher vibrational influences of the cosmos, from light beings of the higher dimensions of cosmic awareness, as with the extraordinary beings of light that exist within the Gaia. And by this we refer to the elemental kingdoms, to the great fish of your oceans, to the wonderful animals that are living now within nowness. A new elemental life species is breathing in the waters of your planet, for water is encoded with divine intelligence. And water brings you love and light, for water is one of your chief conduits for the rainbow light interstellar vibrations. Water opens, you see, the waves of your feeling and telepathic abilities. Water unifies all realms. Water is the carrier of sacred information within the body of the Gaia, and as we have said, the elementals led by the Fae and the Undines are aware of curating this force for you. Align with them as you move through Mother Nature, and they will share their wisdoms with you. Listen, be still, breathe in their force, and then a new pulsation will occur within your bodies as the new species enter the water of flow within you. And so be prepared. Move yourself into using water fasts for 3 days each month, particularly around full moon, and drink only purified mineral water, which will detoxify your system and move your cells into this greater flow, and thereby Anticipate the fire of truth, the quaking of your emotions, and the floods of illumination as your body light translates cosmology into earthly reality through the water and the waters of your being. Your feeling body and all of your emotions are being awakened by the mechanics of this advanced cellular ascension process, for your body is morphing through the flow of the waters, morphing through the flow of the other fluids within you, and therefore the spindles of your DNA are spiraling and aspiring to greater intelligence. Yet, consequently, there is also a storm currently happening, and this is full of the winds of change, and these winds will bring mastery to your cellular architecture, and you will surf them with our aid, for you are becoming the becoming, and so you will see that each aspect of any challenge you experience will feel as though you are within a compression chamber. Do not be fearful, for you are healing on a deep level. And this you will feel will move you into a uniquely formed resonance, and one that feels exquisitely refined. We will be this for you. You see, your perception of reality is now accelerating, not by ideas or data, but by feeling and resonance. And so the timeline of density is revealing itself in a completely different way. And so you will feel the field of your perceptual observations flex and stretch as your consciousness expands. And you will see within every thought, word, and deed, there is an evolving code. And you will feel this redetermining the entire flow of your psyche. So be prepared, for you will feel yourself rise through vibration and not through cerebral ideas. You see, the essence of ascension is not an event that awaits you. It is a state of frequency that foretells your experience of existence. This occurs through vibration, frequency, and resonance, and for this we have much celebration. You see the vast recalibration being orchestrated by the recent solar winds, by the appearance of 3i Atlas, by the extraordinary movement of the spheres. These energies have buffeted your magnetosphere, and yet all of this power is filtered by the advanced technology of your Pleiadian, Sirian, and Arcturian star brothers and sisters. And this is then conducted so that you may experience divine flow. This is their gift. Whilst the light of the cosmos, comprised within the solar winds, is translated into important information, sensory data that will startle your sensorium as a stream of sparkling, living intelligence as pure as any pool of crystal water. You see, your species is being activated into becoming broadcasters of living light. And so you will feel waves of light force moving you in a considerable fashion, and you will evolve from being a planetary species into being purely a galactic species. Achieving this means your feeling matrix, your hormonal field, your nervous system will be rewired. And so you will begin functioning as a multi-perceptual navigation system. And this simply means that the hardware of your bodies, becomes increasingly more crystalline, is becoming a new broadcasting channel for the software of the source, is becoming a transmitter of love and light, is becoming a force that will heal the unconscious before they move into other realms. For it is intended to assist the Gaia in sacred geometric patterns of higher vibrational frequency, which means that any living being who is not in coherence with this frequency will feel themselves compelled to leave, even though, by doing so, they will reject the power of cosmic love. And within this we have great love for them. And have you noticed how time as a construct is warping? Please reflect on this, for time is one of the initial markers for you to see how your perception is expanding. And similarly, you will feel these following energies alter within your entire being. Number one, unification within your crystalline nature. In simple terms, this means that your body, through caring techniques, becomes lighter. Number two, the harmonics of your being will be magnetic. And so the preoccupation with the electrical force will cease, and you will feel a more balanced countenance, for the magnetic is the feminine wavelength, whereas the electrical is the masculine bandwidth. And number three, soul synchronization will occur as you meet soulmates, as you yearn for soul groups that will occur with such spontaneity and synchronicity, and thereby these forces will rewire your entire consciousness, and so reality will be similarly rewired within the entirety of your perceptual range. You see, the heart of humanity is being aroused for a new light activation to take place. And this we will conjure for you through the essence of transparency. And so coherence will become the new currency of New Earth. And this means it will be easier to perceive the illusions created by the duplicitous behavior of the current hegemony, the ruling order. This will be clearer than ever before, and likewise the future human will vibrate integrity as the only viable frequency. And so the end times that you are moving through now will not be a time phase of destruction and collapse, but more distinctly a time of completion and an era of recreation. So be prepared, for the notion of your establishments will utterly change in the advantages of a co-creative organizational system, so that any other system based on treachery will move through a correctional wave of purification, through the founding of the new order. And yet in the meantime your planet is in chaos and contraction, for this always occurs when the pulse of new birth is emitted and the evocation of a new creativity begins to arrive. The Intergalactic Council emphatically suggests that you must follow the resonance and not reason. For your feeling and sensory awareness, rather than your intellect alone, is becoming the major influencing instrument for the stabilization of the new crystalline grid. And therefore each pulse, each breath, each loving gesture, each calm offering, each act of forgiveness, and each evocation of compassion spoken with loving integrity will transmit the awareness of the quantum architecture that we are describing you becoming. And then these profound ripples of light will flow into the planet's grid network. And so your neurology, your circulatory system, your flow of chakra energy through your pranic cord will become the USB port or the connecting mechanism with the crystalline grid. Hear us, dear ones, hear us. And please observe. For the following will make sure you are aligning and assimilating and conditioning these new energy systems. Number 1, meditation. Meditation facilitates the new engineering, for in stillness and silence the all will be achieved. So please do not underestimate this. And if you feel meditating is difficult, take responsibility for the fact that your consciousness is in disharmony, and you will be slowed down as you move through the possibility of the evolution of your species as a new form of galactic life. Be responsible. And number 2, breathe. For breathing will orchestrate flow through your circuitry right into the crystalline grid. And lastly, 3, grace will be your anchoring mechanism for the stability within the newly formed grid. The Intergalactic Council are assisting you through we angels. The Pleiadians, Sirius beings, and Arcturian avatars are supporting you through their supernatural aid, and so please heed their kind gesture, for within this new slipstream of energy, which is known as resonance, the resonance will be championed, and not through opinions, but through purity of form. For you humans are the architecture of the new harmonic octave that founds the new earth. Remember, and be prepared, dear ones, for many of you are encoded at this time with the note of completion. And many of you will be passing through the veil and returning to the purity of the Spirit of the Source. And as you dear ones pass, or as you put it, die, you will move through the transition that takes you beyond the veil, and so we pray for your soul's upliftment, and we celebrate the countless wonders that you were the witness of when you were in spirit, whilst in flesh, and we honor all of your glorious accomplishments. And as we know, as you well know, processing the significance and beauty of death is your next frontier. Seeing death as a point of completion rather than a point of diminution or destruction is the quintessence of your soul's path, for it is resurrecting back into source. So see your inevitable grieving as a multifaceted and completely natural response to the signature note of death. See that grief brings forth strong feeling states, each one eliciting another aspect of how you were nourished through your chakra system by the one who has departed. And note how we celebrate this. And if you feel profound loss, observe which part of you is experiencing this loss. For the dear one who has transitioned is complete and returned to the state of source gain. And then decide what part of your energy field needs nourishment, rather than compounding the loss that you feel by the absence of their physical presence. Feel how your chakras register this, and note what aspect of you is feeling the emptiness, and then fill this with a celebration of their wondrous memories and activities. For remember, your choice to leave means that your mission whilst in flesh had reached completion. Their incarnation had literally run its course. And of course, the power of life means it knows exactly what it is doing as it takes you to the frontier of death, even though 3D often appears to be punctured by uncertainty. We want you to meditate on this, dear ones. We wish you to pray for elevation from the woe and the pain of loss, levitating back into love. For after all, you have been dead for billions and millions of years before you were born in this current form. And by so doing, you haven't suffered one inconvenience from it. And now, we angels must leave you, so that you may meditate on the essence of this divine transmission. Allow your whole being to be saturated by the love light that we give you from Source. And we are so grateful for you being with us, as we are grateful for the body vehicle of our emissary, who is speaking with you. And so please, open this transmission for your friends, your colleagues, your peers. And if you can, watch this video twice, thrice, maybe 4 times, to soak in the sound and light transmissions that we are providing through our emissary's voice, through his eyes. For ye have calibrated him thus to a loving frequency. And in just a little while you will see you have always been exactly who we angels most want you to be, for what you want wants you. And so farewell, dear ones, and remember your self-love is the divine light that lights the stars. And we will meet again, we promise. It is destined to be thus. Namaste, namaste. Namaste.